You've turned your states into sanctuaries for illegals. You've done more to shield MS-13 than to protect the single mom working 2 jobs in Chicago, Queens, or Minneapolis. And you've worked harder against ICE than with them. So Governor Walz, and boy, does that feel nice to say the word governor, my first question is for you. Did you know the Nazis killed 6 million Jews during the Holocaust? It's a yes or no question. Did you know the Nazis killed 6 million Jews during the Holocaust?
Pushing my button to answer.
Okay.
Yes, I believe that's historic.
Okay, would you agree the Holocaust is the most horrific atrocity in human history? Yes or no?
I think the Holocaust ranks amongst them, yes.
Did you know the Nazi Gestapo imprisoned, tortured, and murdered Jews by the hundreds of thousands and committed genocide against the Jews? Did you know that?
I do know they operated as secret.
Did you know ICE has done none of that? Yes or no?
Operated as a secret police force?
No, that's not the question. Did you know that ICE has not committed genocide against anyone?
Yes, I do know that.
Okay. Do you apologize for your disgusting comparison of ICE to the Gestapo, who killed hundreds of thousands of Jews during the Holocaust?
As a history teacher,
Yes or no is the question.
a historical
You're a
comparison.
governor. You understand what the question is. It's yes or no. Will you apologize for what you said about ICE, comparing them to
I would ask ICE to
Gestapo?
identify who they are when they operate, to not use unmarked.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, this governor, or honorable, can't answer the question. Do you believe the Nuremberg trials were a good exercise in holding the Nazis accountable?
Welcome back to Right View Nation, where the truth doesn't bow, and we sure as hell don't apologize for calling out the radical left. Today, we're going to tear the mask off the Democrat Party's twisted priorities, their moral hypocrisy, and their war against common sense, all laid bare in a recent Oversight Committee showdown that looked more like a woke circus than a serious hearing. So buckle up, patriots, because what you're about to hear will infuriate every red-blooded American who still believes in borders, law enforcement, women's rights, and historical truth. Let's start with what this was, the unofficial 2028 Democrat primary. You had 3 Democrat governors, posturing and peacocking for the radical base, auditioning for the future throne of the far-left kingdom. But before they could even finish sipping their soy lattes, they were exposed. One of them, Governor Walz, was called out right from the jump, and rightfully so. This is the same man who, in 2020, let anarchists light Minneapolis on fire. Instead of protecting American families, he rolled out the red carpet for the Antifa mob. While businesses burned and mothers cried, Walz stood down. And now he has the audacity to show up and pretend he's got moral authority? Not on our watch. Here's where it gets really disturbing, folks.
Chairman, welcome to the unofficial 2028 Democrat presidential primary right here on stage at the Oversight Committee. Governor Newsom must be seething. The 3 of you beat him to the stage, but he's a little busy right now defending illegals and defending Antifa, torching what is left of Los Angeles. Governor Walz knows the playbook. In 2020, he rolled out the red carpet for anarchists while Minnesotans watched their neighborhoods burn. You've turned your states into sanctuaries for illegals. You've done more to shield MS-13 than to protect the single mom working 2 jobs in Chicago, Queens, or Minneapolis. And you've worked harder against ICE than with them. So Governor Walz, and boy, does that feel nice to say the word governor, my first question is for you. Did you know the Nazis killed 6 million Jews during the Holocaust? It's a yes or no question. Did you know the Nazis killed 6 million Jews during the Holocaust?
Pushing my button to answer.
Okay.
Yes, I believe that's historic.
Okay, would you agree the Holocaust is the most horrific atrocity in human history? Yes or no?
I think the Holocaust ranks amongst them, yes.
Did you know the Nazi Gestapo imprisoned, tortured, and murdered Jews by the hundreds of thousands and committed genocide against the Jews? Did you know that?
I do know they operated as secret.
Did you know ICE has done none of that? Yes or no?
Operated as a secret police force?
No, that's not the question. Did you know that ICE has not committed genocide against anyone?
Yes, I do know that.
Okay. Do you apologize for your disgusting comparison of ICE to the Gestapo, who killed hundreds of thousands of Jews during the Holocaust?
As a history teacher,
Yes or no is the question.
a historical
You're a
comparison.
governor. You understand what the question is. It's yes or no. Will you apologize for what you said about ICE, comparing them to
I would ask ICE to
Gestapo?
identify who they are when they operate, to not use unmarked.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, this governor, or honorable, can't answer the question. Do you believe the Nuremberg trials were a good exercise in holding the Nazis accountable? Yes or no?
I think due process.
Okay,
is
so
always the
are
way
you
to go.
calling for ICE agents to be brought to a tribunal under the threat of death by comparing them to the Gestapo?
Everyone is afforded due process.
What don't you understand about yes or no? Like, what can't you comprehend about yes or no questions?
I
Do you
understand
still want
being
to
a governor
abolish
is a
ICE?
different
Do you
job.
still want to abolish ICE? Yes or no?
Said I wanted to abolish ICE.
Didn't you march in a rally calling for ICE's abolishment?
Not that I can recall, Congressman.
Well, according to widespread media reports, you did.
And the media is always correct.
How do you
and
rate Kamala Harris's job as border czar? I want a number between 1 and 10. How was she as border czar?
I wouldn't have a way to measure that. I was not in the administration.
Weren't you her running mate for vice president?
As in the campaign.
And you
wasn't part of
can't
the
rate her role as border czar on a scale of 1 to 10. Was she great at 10 or was she a 1? Terrible.
I think her proposal that she put forward to make sure we had the bipartisan immigration.
It wasn't bipartisan. Did you ever personally speak with Kamala about Joe Biden's cognitive collapse?
Not that I can recall, Congressman.
Not as her running mate for vice president. You never once talked to her about the president and why she was nominated instead of him.
No, not that I can recall.
What kind of operation were you guys running over there?
I was more concerned with Donald Trump's cognitive decline.
Thank God he's
things that we were-
he's president and J.D. Vance is vice president and not you. Have you ever served in a combat zone, Governor?
I have not, Congresswoman.
Okay. Are you still friends with school shooters?
I have never been a friend with a school shooter.
Didn't you say you were friends with school shooters on the debate stage?
Oh, Congresswoman.
Yeah,
I
is
think that's very
bullying
evident.
is
As a teacher and a
bullying
parent.
is my mom was a teacher. I'm a high school dropout. We can talk about that later. Is bullying okay?
Is bullying okay as a teacher?
Is bullying okay? Yes or no? Is it okay to bully somebody?
I think
yes
there's
or
a
no?
time to push back at a bully. So yes, I do think there's a time.
So you think it's okay to bully others?
I think it's okay to bully the bully at times.
Well, you're showing that the Democrat Party is a party of violence. Were you at Tiananmen Square?
Have I been to Tiananmen Square? I have.
Were you at Tiananmen Square?
I have been at Tiananmen Square.
When were you there?
Oh, as I recall, January of 1990.
Okay. What is a woman? What is a woman is the question.
I'm not sure I understand the question here.
Well, that,
What
okay.
what do you want me to say? This is
I want you to say that a woman like me is an adult human female, that men can't become women. You guys are the party of violence, and you're the party erasing women. You don't respect us. You're a bigot. You're a misogynist. You're a sexist. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Congresswoman.
Good lady,
thank-
Mr.
back.
Chairman,
She
I would ask
recognizes Mr.
unanimous
Ocasio-Cortez.
One of these Democrat clowns had the audacity to compare ICE, the men and women who enforce our immigration laws and protect our sovereignty, to the Gestapo. Yes, the Gestapo. Nazi Germany's secret police. The ones who carried out genocide. The ones who murdered millions. Let me say this loud and clear. ICE is not the Gestapo. ICE protects America from cartels, human traffickers, and violent criminals. Comparing ICE agents to Nazis is not just insulting, it's evil. It spits on the memory of Holocaust victims and desecrates the sacrifice of every American law enforcement officer putting their lives on the line. And when asked to apologize, he weaseled out. Couldn't even say the words, "I'm sorry." Because the truth is, these Democrats would rather kneel to the woke mob than stand up for law enforcement. Next up, Kamala Harris, the so-called border czar. When asked to rate her performance on a scale of 1 to 10, the governor wouldn't even give an answer. He dodged. He deflected. He danced around the truth like he was auditioning for Dancing with the Stars. And why? Because they know she's been a total failure. The southern border is a war zone. Fentanyl is flooding in. Human smuggling is at all-time highs. Illegal crossings have shattered records. And Kamala's big solution? A couple of empty speeches and zero results. Even worse, when asked about Joe Biden's cognitive collapse, a question that even Democrats whisper about behind closed doors, the governor pretended like it never crossed his mind. Oh please, you were her running mate, and you never talked about Joe's deteriorating mind? That's not leadership, that's cowardice. Then came the most jaw-dropping moment. The governor was confronted about statements he made claiming to be friends with school shooters. He tried to sidestep it, tried to reframe it, but the words were already out there. He then went on to say that sometimes it's okay to bully the bully. Let me tell you something. Bullying is never leadership. It's not bravery to attack those you disagree with. And it's damn sure not how you govern a country. But this is who the Democrats are now. They've normalized violence. They champion resistance, but only when it's against you. Against me. Against patriots. When it's their side, it's brave. When it's our side, it's terrorism. And as if that wasn't enough, the final nail in the coffin was this. When asked the simplest question, what is a woman? This so-called leader couldn't even answer it. He choked. He stammered. He ducked. The question was clear. What is a woman? And yet, he couldn't say the truth. That a woman is an adult human female. Not a man in a dress. Not a social construct. Not a birthing person. A woman is a woman. But he wouldn't say it. Because if you say it out loud in today's Democrat Party, you get canceled. That's the party that's supposed to protect women? That's the party that claims to fight for equality. Give me a break. They're erasing women. They're erasing biology. And they're replacing truth with delusion. So here's the truth, folks. The Democrats don't care about law enforcement. They don't care about women. They don't care about borders. They don't care about truth. They care about one thing, power. Power to control what you say, what you believe, and what your children learn in school. Power to open the borders while closing the mouths of Americans who dare to speak up. Power to shame ICE, defund the police, and celebrate lawlessness. All while hiding behind moral pretenses and political theater. But we're not backing down. This is Right View Nation, and we're calling it like it is. The radical left is out of control, and it's up to us, the patriots, the workers, the moms, the dads, the veterans, to fight back and defend what's left of this great nation. So don't sit on the sidelines. Like this video. Subscribe to Right View Nation. Drop a comment below. Do you support ICE? Do you believe men can be women? And share this video before it gets shadow banned. Let's remind these people that America still has a backbone. God bless our law enforcement. God bless the United States of America. And God bless you for not being afraid to speak the truth. We're Right View Nation, and we're just getting started.